You write in your book that love is possible in the third act and maybe even better. And you've had 3 divorces now and are in a new relationship. So I'd love to know what you learned from your marriages and what's different about this relationship.
I don't think of them as 3 divorces. I think of them as 3 marriages. I wouldn't have wanted to undo any of them. I learned so much from all 3 of my husbands. When the marriage to Ted ended, I was celibate for 7 years, and I discovered I'm fine. I always thought if I wasn't with a man that I would cease to exist. I needed a man to validate me. But I discovered, and I was 62 at the time, I don't need a man anymore. I wrote my memoirs, My Life So Far. I became a whole person. So when I fell in love again, it wasn't that I need a man to make me whole. It was I could now move into a relationship as a whole person. You know, we say we fall in love. Well, maybe that's the problem. We fall. But when we are older and we are whole, because we're not trying to be perfect anymore, we're standing on our own 2 feet. And so we can walk into a relationship as a whole person, and that's where intimacy comes. Intimacy involves self-revelation. I wasn't afraid of doing that anymore. I didn't need a man who could validate me. The man that I'm with, I'll never get married again, but the man I'm with, very different from me, not someone that I could have been with 10, 20 years ago. But because I'm older, I know that the ways that we're different, it doesn't really matter. When you get older, you see what you need, and you can recognize what you don't really need. Mm-hmm. And so it can be pretty great.
You say you'll never get married again. Why is that? You've done it, and you don't want to go there again?
I've learned never to say never, but I don't see any reason to get married again. I certainly have no intention of marrying the person I'm living with now.
Knowing everything that you know now, what advice would you give to women in their 20s and 30s who do want to live long, healthy lives?
Know who you are. Learn who you really are, not who other people say you are, but try to become a whole, authentic person. It takes a lot of courage. It does, because all of the culture is telling us we're supposed to be this way, we're supposed to be that way, we're supposed to look like this, we're supposed to behave this way. Who are you? And then try to live according to who you are. Don't sell yourself short. Don't give yourself away. Try to be authentic. Now, not everyone, when you're young, you don't know what that means to be authentic, but work at it. Try to learn it. Try to discover it. And the other thing is, the most important thing is to stay interested. That's much more important than being interesting.
Well, it's very inspiring. Thanks so much for joining us today.
It's good to talk to you, Jenna.